Hello everyone, welcome to the new video in React Basics series. The agenda for this video is to cover to-do list layout, introduction to and design. So this is basically a UI library for designing web applications, and it has a React version for it. So we will be using and design for having some styling part uh, coming automatically for us, because like designing all those CSS and making it very nice might not be the scope for this particular series. So that's why we are planning to introduce and design here, and in the process you will learn a lot of things about like how to use external design libraries for React development. Like we have material design and design base UI, so any one of these here in our case we are going to use and design. Then we are going to cover the difference between npm install hyphen hyphen save versus npm install hyphen hyphen save dev. So this is a very common interview question as well, so you can learn about that. Then in the previous video we had some issue with the footer styling, so I will fix that styling in this video. Hope you guys have already looked into it and were able to fix the styling issue. uh, if not, please watch till the end, you will be able to see how it is fixed. Then we are going to see the dynamic rendering for the to-do list, and as part of this we are not going to cover the state management yet, and the React hooks that will be covered in the next video. But in this one, with a static list, we will be covering how you can render a list, you like render a component repeatedly using a particular list array. Okay, so let's move on to the design that we had. So we have designed this header, footer, and the body. The content of the body is still to be designed. Now please open the VS Code in your local. So once you have VS Code open, go to the project. So let me close this and show it to you again. So you will have to-do app coming here in the recent, as you are already working on it. So if you click on the to-do app, the app will open. So now one more thing, I think in the previous video I said command shift P for going to the settings JSON file, but command shift P is for Mac and control shift P is what you need to use for uh, Windows. So in this case, if you want to open user setting, so as you can see I pressed control shift P in Windows, and then I can type user settings, and you will be able to see this JSON option, and you can go ahead and do the prettier configuration here. And if you are working on Mac, you can use command shift P. Okay, so moving on to the next part of the video. So first of all, like let's just install the and design. Before installing and design, let me give a quick overview of what ant is. So you can search nd, and you will find ant.design. So if you go to ant design website and click on getting started, so you can see there are lot of design components which are already uh, part of the library, and you can choose to use any of these based on your feature requirements. So in our case we are going to use button for creating the button for add to do item. Then we are going to use input, and maybe some icons we will be using. So to get started with the end design, basically you need to install this library first. So if you go here, just search for ant d for React. So here you will land to this page and design of React, and if you go down, you will be able to see this command. So this is the npm command we need to run. In this case, as you can see, it is prefixed, save is prefixed, like there is no suffix for save, so which means npm install nd hyphen hyphen save, and this will basically save it as a project dependency. So there are two things, you can use hyphen hyphen save, or you can use hyphen hyphen save dev. Save dev is used for those dependencies which are not project dependencies. Those are like mostly dev dependencies. What I mean by dev dependencies, those dependencies are required for developing the application, but for deploying the application to production, when you do the production build, those particular libraries are not needed. So we don't want to bundle all those libraries as part of our final build, and that's why it is separated in the package.json file, and it is put under the dev dependencies. So in this case, because end design is our product dependency, that's why you see here hyphen hyphen save. So just copy it from here, you have a copy option, click on that copy and go to your VS Code, paste that, and press enter. So as you can see, this installation is complete, and if I go to my package.json file, I will be able to see the end design. So here, as you can see, end design is added in the dependencies. Similarly, let's say if I want to use certain dependency as a dev dependency, for example, prettier could be a dev dependency, because code formatting you need only for your development purpose. Code formatting is not required for the production build, right? So you can add those kind of dependencies under dev dependencies. So let's say you can call it like dev dependencies, and within this all those dependencies will go. So for now I don't have any dev dependency here. I have done the prettier setup in my settings session, so things are working fine. But if you are stuck anywhere, please make sure you comment in the video, and I will make sure you are unblocked. Okay, let's move on to the app.js file now. So in the previous video we created this layout. As part of this video, we are going to use certain components from end design, and like button and input components, and then we are going to design our to-do list. So let's start with the to-do list design. First of all, like you need to add to-do items, right? So for that, let's create a div, and give it a class name. The class name is like to-do, because it wraps all the to-do items, and press enter. Once you have this, let's add a header 4, and here we will call it to do tasks. Okay, so whenever I'm saving, this code gets auto formatted. Ideally it should work for you as well if you have done the prettier setup properly. If not, it is not working, make sure that you finish the prettier setup part. Let's move on to adding the task now. So basically for task we are going to have like we are going to have an input box and a button. So let me create a task wrapper. So div class name, and here the class name would be uh, add tasks task wrapper. So once you have the add task wrapper, this is for this particular section will have the input box and button, so that user can create new tasks using this. Now here we need to add some components from end design. So in this case I will be using input component from nd. So if you type input, you will automatically see auto suggestion in import from end design. So we need to import input from end design, and input will have certain properties in it. So if you want to see what all properties are there, you can refer to end design documentation as well. For now let's continue here. I will just tell you like what all props are required. So in this case we need some value for the input. So that value would be let's call it some default value for now. So enter, or let's call it dummy task. Then we are going to have on change. So on change is used for whenever you enter something in the input box, on change gets triggered, right? And here basically we need to add a handler, so that we will be doing in the next video. And then we need to have a placeholder. So for now let's remove this dummy task as well, because we want to show the placeholder. So if there is no value, in that case placeholder gets rendered for the input. So let's call it enter new to do task, uh, and click add button. Okay, so user has to enter a new to do task and click on the enter button, and this closing is needed for the input. For now we are not adding any on change handler, so I'm just putting arrow function, empty arrow function for now. In the next videos we are going to implement this on change handler. So that's it about the input. Let's move on to the button. So this button, once you enter some data in the input, we will be clicking on this button in order to add that data to the list. So for that we need to have a click handler, and this click handler also we will be implementing in the next video. So I am putting a empty method for now. And then so and design uses something called type as a prop, and this property is used for deciding like uh, what kind of color and design the button will show. So in this case it is a primary action, so I will give the type as primary. So let's change it to primary. And there are other types as well, primary, secondary, and there are few more. For that you can refer to end design documentation, or when I get in further videos, if you have doubts I can cover that as well. Let's move on to the next thing, which is like we want to have some icon as well, like a plus icon. So this icon is also provided as a prop for this button component. And so I want to use plus circle. So if you want to understand from where this is coming, let me quickly go to the and design documentation and I can show it to you. So if I come here and go to the components, you will be able to see icons. So here if you go to icon, you can search for plus. So as you can see, plus circle outlined is one of the icons. So this is what we are using. And this basically should be imported from Ant. So for that we need to use and design icons import. So let's add that. So here I need to enter import what is the plus circle outline. So just copy it, paste it here. From, we need to import it from Ant design, so you need to provide something like Ant design slash icons. Okay, so we are good here. Now we just need to close this button component. if you are unable to understand what is a prop, I will be covering prop and states in upcoming lectures, but because we are using design here, so I have just uh, try to ensure like these are certain properties that we are passing to button, and button is something which is provided by design. So that much understanding is enough for now, but in the further videos I will cover what is a prop for a react component when we start adding our creating our own components, and there we can easily understand what a prop means for a component. But at roughly, like, what you can understand is there are certain things that we want to pass from a parent component to a child component, and or we want to pass certain things to a component. For that we use prop. So in this case, type and icons are prop which are required for this button. Some of them could be like optional as well, but here I have added icon because I wanted to have icon in the button. So once you have added this much, uh, we have a task wrapper, we have to do items. Now we need to move on to the next section where we will be adding things related to how we can render the list item. So let me see how this looks at this point. So we can run npm start. Let's wait few seconds. Once build gets completed, it should load automatically. So it is still building. Okay, it's saying button is not defined, so let's go back and check why button is not available. So I have used button component, but if you see from end design, I have not imported it. So because of that, we are not able to see, we are getting that error. So let's fix that and go back. So once you fix, like, we are able to see a input box and a plus button. Styling looks bit off, so that we need to fix the styling. That we will do. So let's fix the styling first. So for fixing a styling, we need to add certain styles related to the classes that we have added. So first of all, we have to do items class. So let's add certain styles for the to do items class. To do items, and for to do items we want to give some border radius. Let's give a border radius of 5 pixel. Then we can add some height. So let's give it max content, which means like whatever is the content height, that much it will take. And then let's add some padding. So we want to have 20 pixel padding, top right bottom left. So when you say padding 20 pixel, that means like top right bottom left all sides padding would be 20 pixel. Then we can add some border just to differentiate the section very clearly. So border is 2 pixel solid blue, and we can add min width. So let's add min width of 400 pixels so that it takes 400 pixel minimum. That way the style, like the content would look bit consistent for the to do list and completed list. uh, Now let's move on to the next style that we need to add. So we have added a style for to do items, then we need to add for add task wrapper. So let's add task for add task wrapper. For add task wrapper also we need to add like not much, but two styles. One is display flex, and the other style that we want to have for this is a gap of 10 pixel. So then the next is, I think we have only these two things. So let's see after saving this what is the uh, look and feel of the application. So we'll go back. So as you can see, like we have added certain border, then we did certain flexbox based styling for these input and button. So it looks nicer now, so you can enter certain text here, but because we don't have that change handler, so that's why even if you type you won't be able to see any changes here. But we have the layout where we need to enter the text for adding a new to do item, and this was the style we wanted to fix in the previous video. So for this we need to add align item. So if you want to quickly check how you can fix a styles, it is very easy way. So you can, in the browser itself, you can open that particular element for which you want to do a styling, and let's say here I can say I can try out certain style. So in this case align items is the one we want to use. So align item center. So once I go to center, you automatically you will be able to see the style gets fixed, and it is reflecting in the footer. So this is the only style we wanted to add. If you hover over the style, you can clearly see how flexbox is aligning this item. So let's copy this style from here and paste it in our code. It is for app footer. So let's go to the app footer, and here we can add that style. Sorry, align items center. So that would make sure your this particular section is aligned in the center. I think that this video is getting too longer, so I will cover the remaining points in the next video. So we had a very big agenda, but I think the video will get very long because of that. So I will cover the remaining parts in the upcoming video, like dynamic rendering. We have covered till this point. So styling fix for the footer component. um, so in the next video I will cover the remaining things, and I will make the like we can start thinking about the handlers and all that we need to add. So far, like we are able to create this particular component, like the input box and add, and we have to work on this particular section and the completed task section, and we need to work on the task items as well. So those things will be covered in the upcoming videos. I hope you are liking the videos, and if you are liking the overall series, please make sure you like the uh, video and subscribe to our channel. And if you feel any of your friends can get benefited from this, please make sure you share with your friends and family. That will help our channel, and we can create better content for you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon in the next video.